So imagine, I'll show you this bike quickly first of all right? This is a Scott Addict. This is a team bike from Orica Green Edge, and we got it from one of the staff who manages some of the pro riders who ride for that team. And we're just taking the bar off because it was involved in a little collision the other day, so we're just checking out the bars for any issues. It's a Scott Addict. It's the team version, and this frame feels a little bit stiffer than consumer level, so maybe there was something going on there. But it's a bloody awesome bike. This is Natasha's bike, 27.2. Ouch, cracked the shit on the pedals there. And it's a standard seat clamp there with a 27.2 seat post in there, and we've got it flipped around for an even steeper seat angle. The steeper your seat angle, the more power you can produce. People are like, oh, the seat post is around the wrong way because the marketing advertising didn't have it that way. Put in your earphones, by the way, because we're going to get passionate in this video. We've got standard bar and stem combo. All right. Any problems, no worries. So these aren't carbon bars. These are FSA compact carbons. And if these bars did get cracked from the other day, we could swap them out for 20, 30, 40 bucks for some FSA alloy compacts, which do the same bloody job, all right? Now imagine if you got the latest Scott Addict, that one-piece bar, stem integrated for crap. Imagine how much money that costs to replace it. Well, I've got money, Darren. Well, I've got money. I've probably got more money than you, all right? It's not a competition. It's not a pissing comp, but why? If you can spend 30 bucks, why would you spend 700? That's just fucking dumb. Well, I can afford to spend 700 bucks versus 30 bucks. Okay, mate. And that's why the marketing brands love you, all right? Because you're arrogant as fuck. And we've got Di2 Dura-Ace on here. We've got some drive wheels. This bike came with Dura-Ace tubs, tubulars, but we just prefer the convenience of clinches. And these drive wheels are pretty good. It came with a full Dura-Ace group set. It came with stages, power meter on the other side as well. So it's a fantastic bike. So yeah, Di2. Full Dura-Ace, it runs so freaking good. Natasha loves it. It's about 6.5 kilos with 2 bottle cages and XTR mountain bike pedals. Okay, so it's freaking light. And what was I going to say? How much did it cost? It was about, how much did this bike cost, Natasha? 13?
$13.50 with the Wahoo helmet, shoes.
Yeah, so it cost $13.50, $1,350 with a Wahoo. This is $13.50 Australian dollars. All right, this is from an Orica Green Edge staff ex-member, so it's not stolen or whatever. $13.50 Australian. It came with some top-of-the-range Scott shoes. It came with, I think, 2 sets of speed play pedals. It came with a Wahoo bolt element thingy, which I don't like Wahoo, so I sold it. It came with 2 pumps. It came with a jersey. It came with the helmet, the Scott helmet. And I sold those things off. And now I think this bike owes me about $900 Australian or something like that. All right, and yeah. so if you watch my videos or if you're in my coaching group, you can get access to bikes like this. Now this is an exceptional deal, but these deals do exist. And this bike was advertised for a few days. No one snapped it up, and I was like, "Yeah, it's pretty cheap." Is this a bit suspicious, you know? And it wasn't. All right, it was. I mean, it turned out it wasn't. So, but that's the world I live in. And do I need another Dura-Ace Di2 bike? No, I don't even know how many you've got. All right, I've got over 60 high-end bikes, okay? I don't even know how many bikes I own. All right, that's my reality. Because bikes like this are so freaking cheap, and I have some brain issue where I can't say no, okay? When I see these bikes that cheap, I'm like, okay, might as well get another one, all right? Add it to the whole. But I buy and sell bikes, and I love it. But all my friends ride, anyone in my social group, here in Adelaide, they all ride nice bikes, and they ride them for very, very affordable prices. So that's the deal. That's my reality. Okay. Now, if you're watching the other people's out there, you're watching the GCN, or you're taking advice from Cade or Cam Nichols or Dave Arthur, just off the top of my head. Again, not to rag on anyone here, just share my comments and criticisms. All right. No hate for anyone. But if you're taking their advice on bike purchases, are you going to end up walking out the shop with something like this? Or on Facebook Marketplace looking for something like this, you're going to think something like this doesn't even freaking exist, all right? This is a World Tour team bike. One of the best ever. This is way better than the 2023 Scott. Well, I disagree, Harley, because the marketing department says it's 17% faster. 17% faster? How the fuck is a bike 17% faster than last year, all right? That's what Cervelo claim on their P5. If you go to Road CC, if you type in Tobias Foss time trial bike, and you'll see an article from Road CC where they claim, where Cervelo claim, and then Road RCC reprint that, the disc brake Cervelo P5 is 17% faster than the P5 rim brake. 17% faster. How much bullshit can bike brands say? And then they get parroted out by these shill YouTube channels, these shill websites. 17% faster, blah, 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 blah. 22% stiffer in the head tube, meaning the head tube deflected 0.4 of a millimeter, and the new one deflects 0.38 of a millimeter. Both of those, you can't fucking tell the difference, okay? But, you know, so, but these noobs out there, they get sucked in. And I got sucked in back in the certain times, but back in the day when I started riding, I got my first road bike in 97. I did my first crit here at Regency Park, Adelaide in 97. And the bikes back then, like, they were still very legit. And the marketing stuff was, like, legit. But now it's so much bullshit out there. It's crazy, right? Like, back then you could feel the upgrades. Now, riders like me, mechanics, you know, the experienced riders out there, we ride these new bikes, we're thinking, like when I got to ride the brand new S-Works disc brake Venge a few years ago, a cycling friend of mine had it, and I rode it up and down the street, and I was thinking, fucking hell, you know? And I didn't say anything to the guy, because he just bought it. It was like some crazy price. But I was just thinking, what the fuck is this? This is a fucking letdown, all right? And no wonder Specialized here in Australia cancelled their demo rides, all right? They used to they had the tarmacs out and the Venges, but then when the disc brake stuff come out, they're like, eh. And I'm like, no wonder why, because they don't ride as good. I remember jumping on an SL4 tarmac once. I was like, damn, this shit fucking rocks. The rim brake version. I was chasing buses down Anzac Highway and just doing, you know, silly things on a bike like that. It just inspires you to launch. But these new bikes, they are just absolute junk. They're so expensive. They're so much heavier. They're sluggish to ride. All right, money or not, I can afford anything. The main reason I don't ride these new bikes is they just don't ride as nice. If the new bikes rode better, I would be riding the latest bikes. I had the SL7 S-Works. Remember that? Just type in SL7 S-Works Touring Rider test videos where I did the wattage data tests. SL7, too slow for me. Well, Remco rides it. Mate, Remco could ride a fucking BMX. The amount of... that dude's so radioactive, he could ride a fucking shopping trolley and still win, all right? Remco could put his hands on the ground with a shopping trolley and still beat me, okay? When you're that radioactive, mate, anything you ride, you're fucking killing it. And here's the thing, in the World Tour, all the riders on the same shitty bikes pretty much, okay? So it's all equal now. But when you're that far ahead of everyone else, then yeah. But imagine if Remco was on his 2017 World Champs, rim brake SL4, SL5, whatever it was, he'd be even quicker. It's just fucking physics, all right? It's just fucking physics. The lighter the bike goes fast up the hill, all right? But aero, but how the fuck is a bike with more spokes on the front wheel and more aero? It's not more fucking aero, man, all right? Look at Roglic's bike from whatever Tour of France it was, or Dauphiné, whatever. It was a Bianchi, stripped back, no paint, just bare carbon with like some Bianchi stickers on it, right? Or Bianchi for those that say it like that, Bianchi. We're at Davron Park here, and it had rim brakes and some special Karimas on there, and it was like 6.8 on the money. I think it had some weights added to it, so it was just on 6.8. Okay, that was just a couple of years ago. So how all of a sudden does weight not matter as much? All right. These noobs out there, man. Fucking hell. Fucking hell. And why do these noobs out there have this opinion that the new bikes are better? Modern bike tech's better, Harley. Because of GCN, because of all these influencer channels out there, okay? Because they're saying, yeah, this stuff's better. All right, so they're just parroting the same marketing bullshit. So the noobs out there go, well, this channel's got 2 million subscribers, or it's got 100k subscribers, or it's got 400k subs, and they say it's good, so it must be fucking good. And over here, me and a few other, you know, minorities, we are sharing our opinion. People are, oh, but those guys are crazy. You know, here's the thing, is people rag on me or Hambini, etc. But how many of those dudes on the fucking keyboard would dare step up for a live Zoom debate for YouTube on bike tech or whatever they want to talk about? Right? How many would? Zero. Fucking zero, man. All right? I remember a local guy here, he runs a chain waxing company, and he was ragging on Hambini. I'm like, oh, you should get on him, you should debate him on a live podcast. He's like, oh, you know, he wouldn't do that, okay? So it's like, you know what I mean? Hambini's great as well. He's great value, but he's also great at just calling the bullshit how it sees it, mate, on his bottom brackets and all sorts of other stuff, you know? So it's You know, and it's great. And people like us, you know, we just hate seeing people getting scammed with bullshit product, right? Now, the majority of people out there aren't buying these top tier bikes, which aren't top tier. They're top price tag bikes, okay? Back in when I worked in the industry, 2003 onwards, etc., or even before that, the most expensive bike in the shop typically was the best bike performance-wise. You know, you had your Cannondale CAD 7 with your tubular Hyperion carbon wheels on there, and you know, just they were like 6.8 kilo bikes. The Trek 5900, etc. They were just the best bikes you could get. Now, it's not the case at all. They're like a bike from 20 years ago, literally a Trek 5900 from 2003 is lighter and faster and stiffer and easier to work on and easier to travel with than the latest Trek Monda road disc. That is just fucking facts. And the gears shift faster on the 20-year-old 5900. That's just fact. Shimano 7800 shifts faster and better than SRAM Red Axis. It fucking does. And that's just fucking facts, okay? Well, I can't get spare parts for 10 speed. You can still get Shimano 7800 group set. Fucking NOS, all right? New old stock. You can get everything you want, all right? You get the chain rings, you get the cranks, you get everything you want, mate. So don't people, I'm going to be forced to ride road disc. It causes me anxiety. No, you're fucking not, mate. There's still NOS 7700 stuff out there, all right? You can still get NOS 7700, NOS meaning new old stock, on eBay, etc. Shimano 9-speed Duros, all right? You can even get fucking NOS 7400, okay? And 9-speed and 10-speed shit's fucking legit. Look at the times. I mean, like, look, like it's legit shit. 12-speed sucks. I would never ever buy 12-speed again. Why? Because the derailleur hanger needs to be absolutely dead on perfect. Because the cassette, the spacing's so tight, the tolerance is so tight. Any little, it's just, you know what I mean? I prefer 9, 10, 11 speed. Probably my favorite's 10 speed, all right? This is so cheap to replace stuff. I get a YBN TI chain for like $50. You know, it's just, oh, like you get the SRAM Red 10-speed cassettes, 20, 30, $50, and people here and there, they pop up time to time, brand new or near new. And it's like, you know, it's just fucking legit shit, right? It's legit shit. If it's good enough for Contador, good enough for the Schleck Bros, good enough for Lance, good enough for Pantani, good enough for all those dudes, it's good enough for me. Oh, but well, downshift shifters was good enough for Mercs. Yeah, it is, but downshift shifters do suck, all right? Like, you can't say downshift shifters are better, all right? They're not. They're fucking not. You can't shift and brake at the same time. You can't sprint and shift at the same time. This is what people do, is they try and use that sort of argument to push their case that modern is always better. No. Better is always better, okay? In a world of good, better, best, I want the fucking best when it comes to my bike. I'm not a pro rider. I just like feeling my energy and effort going forward more versus getting taxed. Why do you want to tax your fucking performance just to keep up with the Joneses on Instagram? Right? Just to keep up with people who probably will be riding in a few more years' time, okay? You just see cycling's another golf. And hey, I'm happy for people to be on the bikes. I love it, man. More bums on bikes, the better, okay? More people riding the work, the better. I get it. But my issue is these people are having negative experiences with cycling because it's so much more expensive now, and it doesn't need to be. Actually, cycling's way more cheaper than it ever has been if you listen to my advice, or Hambini, etc. Right? If you listen to our advice, China Cycling, you know, if you listen to our advice, cycling's cheaper than ever before. But if you listen to the mainstream dudes out there, cycling's more expensive than ever before. Okay, so which pill do you want? The red pill? Red pill rim brake, or you want the blue pill aero disc proprietary locked in $700 for bar swap out? Thank you very much. 2 hours to swap out the bottom headset on your SL7, blah, blah, blah. All right? All the mechanics hate working on road disc unless they're individual mechanics getting paid per job. Yeah, but even then, the thing with that is, yeah, you, as a mechanic, you make more money with road disc because it's much more maintenance, it takes more time, it's more labor. That's what all the world tour teams are employing, double to triple the mechanic staff now, because that's how much extra time the bikes take to maintain. Double to triple. So anyone says, oh, a disc brake's less maintenance, road disc's less maintenance. On the mountain bike, it might be true. Mountain bike, man, I had XTRs, I bled them once in 10 years, literally. They don't happen with road because the master cylinders, the seals in road aren't as durable. They're new tech. They haven't finessed it yet, okay? They're finessing the customer, but they haven't fine-tuned and finessed the actual road disc, master cylinders, the seals, etc. They're just shit, all right? They might be better in 10 years' time, maybe. But you can pay to be a beta tester if you want. So the extra maintenance and stuff, so the local mechanic can like it because they make more money. But in their heart, deep down, they got to give the bill to the customer. The customer's like, oh shit, what's that? That's fucking expensive, you know? And then they go tell their friends, oh, it fucking cost me this much. Oh, no, damn. Most people out there, I've seen bills for $500 for bike work. For $500, I can get a Scott Addict rim brake or a Scott CR1 with SRAM, Rival, Force, maybe even SRAM Red if it's a lucky day, for $500, $600 Australian, all right? Or a Tarmac with Durace, 7,800 for $500, $600, $700, okay? Or an Autogrio 6800 SL4 for $500, $600, $700, okay? In good condition, okay? So it's just, I don't know. So this is my issue. I don't have a driver's license, okay? I don't have a driver's license. All those videos you see me in Ferraris and Lamborghinis driving, I'm not driving a license. What I say, I don't worry about. You know, I'm just saying, I never had a driver's license. So bikes in my life. I live to ride, I ride to live. If I want to get to the shops to get some pet food for the cats, or go to the bins and go through stuff, I'm using my bike, okay? If I want to go to your mum's house, I'm riding my bike there. Simple as that. So I see people's struggles, man, with these new bikes. And it pains me, because I know what's going on. Their family and friends are going, oh, your bike's broken down again. Oh, yeah, but how much does it cost? Oh, my God, you know? $700 for a new bar and stem combo? Are you taking the piss? You know? So it's just crazy, man. And these things come out of China. And there's nothing wrong with that. But they cost pennies to make from China. Not pennies, but $20, $30 for carbon bars to manufacture in China, okay? $700 retail tag? Come on, man. All right? You're like... And another thing as well, I didn't talk about it in other videos, but let's talk about carbon footprint, okay? Yes, a bicycle is way less carbon footprint than a car. And yes, if you get a vasectomy, boom, you're top tier, low carbon footprint. I get that. But we all got to do our bit every day, okay? These new bikes is proprietary shit. I mean, this seat post is from 2008, all right? It was near new when we got it. And now it's on a 2015 bike, okay? This bike, this seat post will be relevant for a long, long time, as long as it doesn't get snapped in a crash. And if it does get snapped in a crash, how much will it cost to get a new one? New one is, you know, $20, $50 tops, okay? So that's what we're talking about. We're talking about longevity of product before it goes to landfill. Because unfortunately, carbon can't be really recycled. People are, just ride steel. Steel's for leather. No, steel cracks. Steel will crack more than titanium in terms of mileage. Steels, alloy, titanium, chromoly, etc. will crack for mileage faster than carbon will. I've never actually seen a carbon bike crack from mileage. I've seen the crash crack for sure, clamped in the top tube for sure, but I've never actually seen a carbon bike crack. I've seen the bonds come undone and you glue them back together, or the corrosion from the alloy crack, but never ever seen a carbon chainstay snap from mileage like you have with alloy, steel, titanium. I've never seen a carbon bike crack on the head tube for mileage like I have with steel, titanium, alloy, all right? Paint cracks, yeah, but a paint crack might get warranted. Someone's like, well, I cracked my frame, my TCR cracked. That was a paint crack, and you still got warranty for it, but it wasn't a crack where you can see daylight through there, okay? Now that happens if you put your car on the bike cracks on top of your car, your bike in the car, and go hit the garage door, then yeah. Hopefully no one's putting their bike on top of their car. Oh, sorry, their car on top of their bike. But they're all cracked. But I'm just talking about mileage, carbon superior. In terms of crashing, yeah, it is much more fragile. That's why carbon bars are a little bit silly, aren't they? Unless you're just, you know. I personally would never buy carbon bars again unless they were on a bike already, you know. But I wouldn't go out there and go, hey, I'm going to get some carbon bars because they are more fragile. They can't be recycled. And alloy bars, let's be honest, they're just stiffer. So if you flex on the bars, then you're better off with alloy anyway. And that's just facts, okay? And that's just facts. Now, that's about it, I think we're going to talk about. So there you go. That's my reality. That's why I harp on, and I see people out there spending 3,000 quid on a new Trekker Monda with disc brakes, and I'm like, that's going to ride like shit. That's going to ride like shit. You know, I love my bike. My bike's really good. And they haven't ridden one like this. Right? They haven't ridden one like this. They have not. You know? And so they go from like a ribble with a bent chain hanger, bent bent chain rings, bent derailleur hanger, rusty chain, you know, the brakes aren't adjusted properly, dirty rims, and they jump on a road disc brake bike. Oh, that's so much better. Oh, so much better. But look how poorly serviced your old bike was, okay? Come on, you got to compare, you know, like with like. You got to be logical there. So that's why you see these people, oh, man, my bike's so much better and so much faster. They don't have power meters. They're not measuring watts. Or their old bike was so poorly fitted to them, and they got a bike fit with their new bike. Of course it feels better because you got fitted up better. Okay, your first bike you bought online from Ribble on sale, you know, on a few drinks on a Friday night, and you get a size too big or too small. You ride it around, you don't maintain it because you don't know what you're doing. That's everyone at the start. You know, I was the same. And then one day you get a new bike, get inspired, and then you go, oh, this disc brake bike's way better. Doing what it doesn't know what it's fucking on about. You know, yeah, I get it, but buy one of my bikes, all right, from my recommended list, my bike buyer's guide. Then you know what I'm talking about. Just like someone said that one time, oh, Duran Rider said that mountain bike shoes are as good as road. No, I disagree with that. And I'm like, what mountain bike shoes did you have? And they had these ones with laces with a sole designed for like spin class where you could walk around. And I'm like, they're not cycling shoes, bro. They're like runners with clip-ins on there, you know? Like, and no wonder your road shoes feel better, but they're not mountain bike shoes, bro. When I say mountain bike shoes, I mean something that you'd see in a mountain bike World Cup series race. Something as stiff or stiffer than a road shoe, okay? Something you can't bend, okay? That's the shoes I'm talking about. Performance mountain bike shoes, you know? Compare that to road, there's no difference, you know, to make a little bit of weight. But in terms of ease of use, safety, kicking indoors, whatever, you're good to go on the mountain bike ones. So that, again, that's where, you know, people don't get it. They just think mountain bike shoes all the fucking same, okay? Rim brakes all the same. That's just the deal. And and then the people say, oh, but you know, Harley, you say disc brakes bad. No. Road disc. I love disc on my e-bikes, on my freaking cargo bike, on my mountain bikes, hydro disc, cable disc for the win. On the road bike with a skinny tire, disc is dangerous, all right? Well, ride fatter tires then at lower PSI. This is a road race bike. I love the road race bike feeling. When I want something soft and plushy, I ride my gravel bike or my mountain bike. When I want something that is hard, ready to fucking rumble, when pushing the watts, where I want to feel like Lance, when I want to dance like Lance, I'm riding a bike like this. Skinny tires, man, all right? And look at that braking surface there. The traction patch is so small. It's too small for hydro disc. So people might say, I agree with what you're saying, Harley, but maybe if someone lives in the Alps in France, disc brake's better. No, it's not. It's fucking not. It's not better at all. It's actually more dangerous. The braking surface on these Elite Drive wheels is fucking awesome, all right? It's fucking awesome. You don't need disc brakes, okay? Road disc. Disc brakes for dirt, yes. Disc brakes for big fat tires, yes, okay? Hear me out. Road disc, fucking dangerous. Because when you're going down that Alp and there's a bunch of cows walk around that blind corner and you're like, shit, panic brake. And if you've got disc brakes, you are most likely sliding out and crashing into that cow's ass, okay? And some guys out there might like that. But I'm just saying, you're going to be crashing a lot easier with disc because the traction patch locks up so much easier in disc, and especially in wet conditions, all right? You don't have brake modulation like you do with rim brakes. They're very, very consistently working or not working so much, but you understand them with disc is on, off, on, off, on, off. And that's great on the mountain bike, on the gravel bike, that's great. But with the road bike, that's very, very dangerous. And that's why we see so much more crashes now in the World Tour. So disc brakes, road disc is not better downhill. It will give you more confidence downhill, false confidence, false bravado. Just like if you have a few drinks and you're like, Conor McGregor, he's shorter than me. Conor McGregor's shorter than me. I'll go him, mate. I'll go him. You know, it gives you false confidence. And then when you're laying on the ground seeing stars, you're like, oh, what happened? What happened? And so, you know, so it gives you that false confidence. And then one day what happens with road disc is you have a panic brake emergency situation and you flipped over the bars, you wake up in hospital, or you don't crash, but you're really close to crashing because your bike locked up and you're like, shit, that was, what the fuck? I'm skating on ice, basically. That's your dangerous road disc. Road disc is much more dangerous. I remember I had an experience with my SL7 S-Works where this car cut in front of us and Natasha braked, and I'm like, oh yeah, cool brakes. But I grabbed the brakes in a panic situation and I kept sliding because I got two-wheel lockup. And I had to fishtail it around and not hit Natasha. If I hit Natasha, it would have cracked probably both our bikes. But I got skills, so I could avoid that situation. The average dentist out there riding the SL7, then they wouldn't have avoided that. They would have crashed into each other, snapped the chainstay of the bike in front, and scratched the fuck out of the top tube on their, or down tube on their bike, and probably cracked it, because the SL7's like as soft as a donut, you know? Soft as a stale donut, that's SL7 strength there. So that's the deal, man, is, so it's more dangerous. There's zero advantage to road disc. Well, what about, I live in England, and it's frosty and cold, and the roads are salty and dirty. I ride my winter bike with 40mm tyres and discs, and it's better. And I agree it is better. But that's not road disc. That's not road disc. Well, it's an Amonda. An Amonda with 40mm tyres is a fucking gravel bike, okay? And that's great that it's working for you, but that's not road disc, and that's the wet UK. And I'll do the same. If I live in the UK, which I fucking wouldn't, because it's gone to heck shit over there, unfortunately. I did live in there in 2001, 2003. I had a great time there, but I wouldn't live in the UK. The UK is just a fucking shithole. But we're digressing from that. And it's more than the weather. But anyway, so if I lived in the UK, I'd still ride, I'd ride every single day, commuting to the shops and stuff. I'd ride my gravel bike. I'd ride my Pragma gravel breaker, and I'd run with fenders and my disc brakes, for sure. But I'm running 42mm tyres. Yeah, that's better, for sure. All right? Because you've got a big traction patch on the tyre, and you're riding through all the dirt, and the rims aren't going to get all bunged up, for sure. But that's not road disc, okay? So let's keep it on the topic. Road disc is better for performance than what the marketing department claims, and it's not. It's more dangerous, it's heavier, it's way more expensive, it's more maintenance, it's more expense, because road rotors, well, they cost $100 Australian for a Durace rotor, whatever, you know, XTR rotor. What do you get now for wheels? Facebook Marketplace, new Seriums, 100, 200, 300 bucks Australian, okay? So, or some DT Swiss wheels, you know, because everyone's ditching rim brakes. So you get the deals out there. So it is cheaper by far. It's slower, it's more sluggish feeling, it's more dangerous, it's heavier, it's slower, it's more sluggish feeling, it's more dangerous, it's heavier, it's more expensive, blah, 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 okay? But above all, for me, the main reason I don't use, there's two reasons I don't like road disc. One, it's way more dangerous, all right? It's way more dangerous. Just look at Tom Pidcock when he went to that Saffron O'Brien guy down, was it Tuna Canyon or whatever it's called in LA there? I've been down that climb. It's a one-way street. But all it takes is a tourist to be going, oh, I'm lost, I'm going up here. I didn't know it was a one-way street. I'm very sorry. Oh my God, your teeth in my front of my fender. Oh, damn, that's so unfortunate. So Tom Pidcock, descending champion, going down there, and the first minute or something, he almost crashes because his disc brakes lock up and he skids around. If that was anyone else other than Tom Pidcock, bye-bye, wheelchair time, in hospital food, test tasting hospital food in LA. That his back wheel only, front, whatever it was, his wheel only washed out because of road disc. If he was on a rim brake, it wouldn't have washed out. There you go, just go watch that one. So they're more dangerous. That's the big one for me, because I like my life, all right? I like my life. I really enjoy living. So the thing with road disc, I understand now, which I didn't understand in 2015, is it's very, very dangerous in panic situations, or just high performance situations. When you need dependable braking, road disc is more dangerous because you lock out, you slide out from lockups too easy. Second reason is it just feels more sluggish, okay? It just feels more sluggish. It doesn't feel as good. And every racer I've ever asked, they're like, yeah, like it doesn't feel as good. Everyone fucking agrees with me. The guys who work in the shops, all right, the guys who work on the bikes, the racers, the world tour guys I coach with nutrition, weight loss, they were like, yeah, but hey, what are we gonna do? What can we do? All right, what can I do? All right, I sell these disc brake bikes. Customers want to see what I'm riding. I'm riding my disc road. World tour rider has no choice in 2023. So I get that. I'm not here to make anyone feel uncomfortable, except for the marketing department, except for these shills on YouTube, shilling this crap product, road disc junk. Okay, so that's the deal here. But end of the day, I'm just here to fucking help people. All right, I'm here to fucking help people. People are like, touring riders, don't listen to him. Fucking debate me, mate. Fucking debate me. Have the fucking balls to fucking debate me. Stop being a fucking keyboard warrior, all right? Anyone can be a fucking keyboard warrior. Anyone can come from behind it, blah, blah, blah. Fucking debate me live, all right? Or shut up. But I'm here to help people, okay? I'm here to help people. I'm even here to help the haters. I don't want to see the haters, on the side of the road with a rotor and just walking home, blah, blah, blah. I'm here to help people. It gets me very frustrated when I see these marketing departments, all these people selling out, Cycling's such an important thing for society, okay? And I'll always fight for the everyday cyclist, okay? I'll always fight to have everyday cyclists having a more positive experience on the road, all right? When I have an interaction with car drivers, it's not about me. It's about me representing cyclists, all right? So when someone picks on me, it's not about me. I'm like, oh, you're picking on a cyclist now. Oh, I represent cyclists. I'm going to stand up and, you know, oh, I saw Drew Ryder screaming at a BMW driver. Oh, he's lost his credibility. That driver almost hit a teenage girl just moments beforehand, okay? You miss out that context, okay? So it's like, you know, these people out there, oh, Drew, don't give Drew a time of day. You guys don't do fucking anything, man, for cycling. You don't. You really don't, all right? Think how many people have gotten to cycling because of you, all right? How many people are loving cycling because of you, all right? Some people that work in the industry, you're only in cycling, all right? You came from corporate, you saw how much money's in cycling, and you're only here for the cash. You don't really give a fuck about people. So stop pretending you actually give a fuck, man, all right? Stop pretending you care, because you fucking don't, all right? You're here for the cash, and if you couldn't sell your $200 wax chains or other bullshit or whatever, you wouldn't be fucking here, okay? If you couldn't make cash shilling out the latest S-Works product or whatever on YouTube, or latest Bianchi fucking wank tank carbon bars that fail, you wouldn't be on YouTube, okay? So stop pretending you actually give a fuck about people. I do, all right? If YouTube took away all the monetization, I'd still be fucking here, okay? Because I love helping people get into cycling. I love getting people in lean and fit and have a better quality of life. That's my fucking payday. Really, end of the day it is, okay? That's why I will never ever sell out to these big brands who want to, you know, get people to upgrade to road disc or bullshit. It's proprietary crap. It's a joke. It's a wank tank, and it's a dentist bike industry. And it's I'm glad it's there for some people. I get it, but they're trying to push that whole shit all over the fucking bike world. You walk into a bike shop now, what do you get for $2,000 Aussie? You get a fucking piece of shit, pretty much. All right. Oh, if you could find a CAD 12 rim brake, okay, you're winning there. But otherwise, you know, the sales staff's going, oh, yeah, disc brake's better. Oh, it's much better. Disc brake's better. So you're going to go with them. And a lot of these young junior kids who work at these bike shops like 99 Bikes, they think disc better because that's what they're told. They don't. They're 20. They're fucking 20. I mean, I wish I was 20, but with my experience I have now. But they're 20. What would a 20-year-old know who's never ever had a bike like this? They wouldn't know, all right? So they're sincere, but sincerely wrong. So at the end of the day, listen to people like myself, you know, Beanie and Co. You know, there's many out there. I don't want to name everyone because I'll probably forget someone. But, you know, Katie Kookaburra, you know, she's legit as well. So there's a lot of legit voices out there, okay? And you can tell by what bike they ride and what they push, okay? If in doubt, look what they push. Simple as that. End of the day, it's, you know, we all got to make a dollar. I get that. But how much money do we really need? All right? How much money do I really fucking need? Okay, you know what I mean? How much money do we really need, and what legacy are we leaving behind? So that's the deal right there. Okay, anyway, wrap it up. 33 minutes, damn, we can rant a long time, can't we? Anyone disagrees with me, that's fine. Message me on Instagram and say, Drew and I don't want to live debate you, okay? And I guarantee you, there will be fucking no one out there, okay? There'll be plenty of trolls and haters on other people's videos. Oh, Drew, I didn't. But there'll be 0 people in my inbox saying, I want to debate you about road disc or anything, any topic for that matter, okay? I've had 2 debates in the last 14 years on YouTube. 2 live debates, all right? One was an 18-year-old kid from LA, just wanted some clout, and that's cool. He was cool, Joey, shorts. And then another one was Bart K, the salami man, all right? Who didn't know what he was getting himself into, you know? And he got smoked, and that's cool. But other than that, I've had 2 debates, and they were nutritional debates, but I've had no one from Cycling World. So, hey, you're wrong. You know, those tweets from Cycling Tips or, you know, Escape CC or Road CC or whatever, you know, Kaylee Fretz, all those guys who shill these road disc crap, and then they say, oh, well, we're not doing it. Have the balls, guys, to say what you really fucking think online, on a video, all right? Say, you know what, Specialized game with this bike, I think it's a piece of shit. Then now we're talking. James Hang, etc. Now we're fucking talking, okay? But you won't say that because you still want to get your free tickets to Tenerife next year for the next SO8 bike launch. I get it, but don't pretend that you have any integrity because in my opinion, acting like that is When you know better, that's not a sign of integrity. That's just fucking sad. And it goes for all influencers out there. I'm not here to pick on just one person. All right, names just come up in my head. It's all of those fuckers, man. All those fuckers. All right, all those fuckers. And when I say fuckers, again, it's not hate, man, because I understand. It's like, what do you do? Like, you know, like you're NorCal cycling or whatever, and you get invited from Canada or whoever to go to Italy or whatever to ride bikes. So, you know, that's pretty cool. And you're like, you go there and you're like, oh, these bikes, I think these bikes are, I don't know, I've had too much Adderall, I can't think, but yeah, I think they're good. You know, it's like most of these guys out there, they're so fucking high in Adderall, they can't tell the difference. They're like, yeah, it's at 20 milligrams, this bike's fucking awesome, man, let's go. Test ride the bike sober. All right, stop using the Adderall, the modafinil, or whatever. Put the caffeine down and ride these bikes with no drugs in your system, so you get a real understanding of how they feel. And they feel fucking terrible. They give me 50 milligrams of fucking Adderall, any bike will feel good, I guess. So again, you know, it's not hate for anyone. It's more frustration. And some of the older guys, sort of my age or a little bit younger than me, you guys don't know fucking better, right? The 20-somethings, okay, you know, we give them a bit of a pass, but otherwise, man, you guys, if you've ridden a legit race bike, all right, and you fucking know, and you're keeping your lips tight, and you're shilling this latest crap, that's fucked. That's fucked, man.